Spectre of Fresno.
No, Spectro. Only.
Capture objective A.
Kiriko get up. Is a Mercy. I'm a Widowmaker.
Feel that one tomorrow.
I can dive. I can't dive, I just have to run up to her now. Oh, she's dead.
I always
LOL? LOL?
self-defeating.
On the objective and ready for action.
You!
I timed it so nicely.
The Anna was so goated to that with that sleep.
Where am I being hurt from? We're gonna die. It bounces? His bullets bounce now?
It's one of his per. No, I think it's there by default. And they did his rework. They changed him back to Overwatch 1 is Hanzo. Okay. Did I not flash there? He hits me with a headshot after being stunned. Huh.
Where was I?
Actually, do you think the 90-degree hooks will work for my chair?
Depends how we install it.
But it's gonna be for the back of the chair, not holding it on the side, obviously, because now how this thing work. Did my diva just get a triple? Oh.
I am
Not
unbreakable.
exactly what I expected.
You need this.
I have so much graphics card that I'm not using because I already got like 300, 200 and something, 300 FPS on the old card. Where's he in big flashbanging?
On payload. Anyone care to join me? Don't run.
Eyes on a target. The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Made a gravestake. Mercy.
That is new. This will come in handy.
Why is there a full sniping team? I don't wanna play dive, man. Take the pylon.
I'm really feeling it. There's your sunset.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Excuse me.
I'm earning my stripes.
Peek us, Steve, peek.
It's high time.
Destroy them.
Locked and loaded.
What kind of nano is this, dog?
Now, hold on.
Not a single kill.
Willpower burns within me.
No, Hoggy's one. Ah, no. Hoggy's one.
Ninja's weak.
I'm dead. Now we have 6 minutes or so to fight.
Payload is not in motion.
Maybe a different angle.
Enemy turret ahead.
Counter swap to Genji goes hard. You got duck. Because Genji can just deflect Hanzo's things. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go Reaper, I'm going Reaper.
You can't escape death.
I am on fire.
In shadow.
Where's my Reaper skin? What the hell? Mercy's dead.
Get down from there.
Power in orbit.
Help me!
Accompanying the payload.
Billy. You want to people? You want to play counters, people? I can play counters. Okay.
Go was Mercy.
This Mercy just pocketed in. Get the kill on me.
I'm burning bright.
Nah, they're playing Reaper. Okay. Buddy.
The shadows coalesce.
Gone up here.
Gonna fuck my shift, man. I lost my shift. We have an Anna. I can probably just go Bastion and now. I wanna ult at least, but I'm almost at my ult again.
Death lost my ultimate. Death lost is ready. My ultimate is ready.
Anna,
Death blossom is ready.
Anna, can I get a nano dog?
Destroy them.
Where is he chasing me?
Beware. Okay, thanks.
You,
Now this is more like it.
Ashley. Ah, you missed it. Pull the pylon. Oh, they're so fun to play. I must get play the game there. That was clean. That was clean. I was clean.
Play of the game.
All this with a no skin, actually.
Autism. No skin.
Yes, I don't know why disabled.
Ouch, Leo.
I wonder. Never mind. I was gonna say, I wonder if they know if these. Because there's a perk, we come out of a shift to get a speed, you can get a speed boost. And when you press this E to TP, like that's almost instantly. Okay, we go. And to find me someone that's light skinned and short, so she can play she can cosplay Kiriko at Comic Con every year.
I know someone that fits that. Forgot not the light skin part though.
What just who's this? Dog, what
Tell
the
a chick.
they gave us 3 ass maps. I'll play assless rather.
One of us. Never mind.
Cooper wants you to tell the difference between the sinners. They're the same picture.
The exact same fucking.
Ashley wants Chad wants the Pucci with the glass.
Prepare for battle.
The what?
Select
The
your
Pucci man with the edible zone.
Oh, don't forget to bring one tomorrow.
Oh, yo, I forgot. Well, I took a nap, so.
You call it early, man. Don't go too late.
That's what I'm saying. I took a nap.
I still want to rest a little because I'm off. I think I'm gonna be able to make the land, by the way.
Land
is
postponed, that's the thing.
Yeah. And niggas don't want me to, what you call it, book leave.
sky is the limit and you know that you keep on, just keep on pushing on.
1.
Oh, die win. Oh.
Commence
You know what? I can play someone fast still.
World behind. I'll find my own path.
Hello! Yeah, she crits now, no? I think crits. No, it feels so weird getting crits on Juno.
objective unlocks.
So I played how many months of Juno with no crit. Not doing any damage basically. Here he goes low. What the hell? Damn, that thing from the hits, eh?
Guys, we need to capture.
I know, we're just feeding them up.
Objective captured. Advance to objective.
You take a lot of damage, huh?
Your Diva just got stunning to Kingdom Come. I was just jiggling it between the wall all the time.
Objective's mine.
Fuck, no, that's not how it works. Oh. I'm trying to flank. What the hell, my game just crashed. Fuck, I didn't even do anything. Okay, Overwatch, okay. That was the quickest crash ever.
Approaching the throne of Anubis.
Would you look at that?
Objective lost.
How did this game get everything so quick?
Objective lost.
Attack the objective.
Let's pick the deadbeat.
Objective unlocked.
On your way.
Oh yeah, what you call it? Your shift, no? Your shift gives you a speed boost, no? For 5 seconds, and then your E separately gives you a speed boost. But you can't stack the speed boost.
Oh, I thought you could.
Yeah, it doesn't stack. So what I do is, no, if the whole team's with me, I use my E rather. But if no one's with me, then I use my shift. And then my shift, you wait for 5 seconds and press my E. But you don't need to go through a circle. As Juno, you don't need to go through it. When you press the E, then it already boosts you. With Juno, you'll see me a lot in the sky. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can find it.
No, I shifted back into.
They're taking the point. Time to blow it. Them. I'm in 10.
One of these days I'll end up in Fiji. Good kid.
Come on, everyone.
Thank you.
Objective lost. To objective D.
Thank you, Overwatch for crashing, bro. I appreciate it.
Objective unlocked.
狐の鍵爪を解き放て。
They killed the off.
Arriva la sudore.
What gibberish is she speaking?
She's Spanish.
No, wait. I am still here. We must accelerate.
Thank you.
Let me help.
Yo! Man came around the corner soon. Who can I go here?
Juno.
Nah, I'm sick of Juno.
This time, I will
Objective
succeed.
lost.
Amid discord, we will find tranquility.
Match point. Objective unlocked.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Why me?
That's why, Ashley. That's why, Ashley.
Good kitty.
You gave the Anna 1 speed boost as Juno. Good kitty. Good kitty.
Wait, is there then more people here and it goes faster?
What do you mean?
Objective captured. Advance to objective D.
My circuits are alive!
I am under
Match point.
useful. Over there.
Objective unlocks in 10 seconds.
Where are you fighting, my nigga?
This is the right path.
May I please have this dance? This is where
Objective captured. Advance to objectives.
Missed the whole shot. Come on, kill him.
Match point. Objective
Fortified.
unlocks in 10 seconds.
Targeting on.
Arriva la punizione!
Objective unlocked.
Hey, it's Kiriko. Attack the objective.
Victory.
Did you see that? Did you see that cat's mid-air?
Yep. Nigga really said victory.
Guess in his mid-air.
Play of the game.
may I please have this dance?
Yay.
This is
Oh.
Approaching the throne of Anubis.
this is a new life.
That's my last game with him. I'm gonna spot. Don't come too late now. And don't forget the edible.
I'm probably gonna stay up because I took a nap after that edible. What? Oh,
Okay, I'm going to go 9 o'clock. It's fine.
invite me.
Oh shit.
What Christmas stuff is there? Let me see.
Battle pass.
Oh, Tears. Is this Tears? No, what is this? Ah. How many things do I have? I have 8.
May I please have this dance?
What time is it?
Where
Winter time.
meets chance, where purpose meets a plan.
Battle Pass Tears skip.
This is a new life, a new way.
Ah, I see.
So, may I please have this dance?
Is the Kiriko skinless Battle Pass? I didn't watch that season 20 trailer. Wow, look at that. Pinch a second mythic skin. No, mythic legendary. Sure. Gen. I told you your skin actually looks sick. Okay. Ooh, the Reaper one though. Tracer one looks alright. Prayer one looks alright. $647, 800, 900, 11. So at tier 50 I'll have enough.
May I please have this dance?
Or by Blizzard, €5.
May I please have this dance?
You was working all week next week now?
Yeah. Is next week the 19th week? Yeah, it's another week, yeah.
Vote for your map.
Yeah, but so for LAN, yeah, it might just be in first week of Jan, that third, fourth, second, third, and fourth. But next week I want to get a yes from everyone that LAN can be on beginning Jan, because then I can take leave the Friday. And Friday is sort of busy at work, so it's not a train smash for me. Oh, deals? Do I play? Do I? Let me do it.
One small step at a time.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
I am prepared to cause trouble. Let's increase our pace.
I can't have the people there.
I can't kill him.
Enemy discovered.
Doom behind us, behind us.
Light speed.
Oh shit, I killed myself.
Apologies. You were in my flight path.
I'm gonna go smoke it now.
Watch yourself.
Yo, bro.
You solo ult, really? You solo big. And think we're gonna win now. Must you just dumb for that, bro.
Increase our pace.
Then again, I am in a spacesuit.
Constructing my teleporter. Wonderful. Let me out.
Meteor strike!
I just stand still.
Light speed. Welcome to orbit. Never die. Let's take off. Sit down.
Did they buff or? Oh, cool. It's longer than normal.
Round 1. Double
Why are you just standing still?
0.
What was I to that move around?
Yes.
Nigga move. Nigga move.
Helping those in need is
Just own me, bro.
Ooh.
Academia.
I will see this
Really
dust.
cool when you were green.
What is that? What on
Oh
earth
my
are you
word,
doing?
she's doing amazing flips.
Okay, buddy.
Wait,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Hyper ring out. Come to me for healing. I am watching here.
Yikes, yikes, yikes.
Point. He swept them. Launching now.
Yeah, let's not fight bridge. Let's not fight bridge. Let's go, yeah.
I can TP us over.
Yeah.
I will fix that.
You alone, actually. You alone, you alone.
My bro is my team.
Pulsar's inbound.
We keep it alone over.
I
Come on, everyone.
No, Jungle Queen, there's no way you die to the same thing twice, bro.
Does this help?
Now my Bastion solo thing?
Pulsar's dispatched.
just wanna play like that, so I'll play like that. No, not this person.
They are battles. No one can stop me. Injury detected. Now we're in orbit. Into the white.
Lucio low, Lucio's low.
Launching now. Maximum velocity.
I'll play Reaper.
I am capturing the objective. I'll
Bro, 87 already, yes.
perfect.
Yeah, Panas.
Let's increase our pace.
Is yours, yeah?
Welcome to orbit.
My bro, you're not healing. And I'm running behind you the entire time. Switch your E when you reload.
Team kill.
I will achieve destiny.
Oh shit.
I think.
No one can touch.
Round Score 1-1.
I have a grappler echo also.
Don't fail me, or else.
Let me turn the server on. Show me some stuff I need to sync over to.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, buddy, we see you. We see the foot Piccolo.
You see the foot, you see the foot.
We see the foot Piccolo.
Final round. We must give it our all.
Oh no.
I will help you. You're here.
Tank. Doom. What is Doom? Come back, right? Go forward.
Viper ring out.
There's no hook. He has no hook. Go get him.
I fell. I thought he could float.
No. Bastion, please, bro. There's no way. And this Mercy's just suicide raising. Get out of there, people.
Take off.
I tried.
We must accelerate. They are taking the objective.
May prima team guys.
No, dog. Come on. Nah, Genji.
You are too talented. Feeling better?
Really, Lucius one shot. Go in. You TP behind him. No. Dog. You, that speed boost help there. Go. Get out of there!
We got him. We want him.
What kind of fucking ult was that? What ult was that, tank?
Thank you for assisting.
Luna's DPS scene is actually viable now. That's actually insane. How did you die?
You put in a nightmare recruit. You fucked me in the face.
Okay.
Straight up molested me.
Okay.
But he said die.
No Lucio. We have no we have no mercy. Ashley! I got.
Try to kill them before they regroup. They probably soon will change. Not change them, run around.
No! Oh, this hog hook! Mercy, please, dog. How do we lose the fight with my ult? Anna's gone. Solo ult me. Solo blades me. Come on, it's gonna be GG's, boss. I want that point. And my mercy is dead. Okay. Behind you, Ashley. Think. Take passion out of here, you clanker. GG. GG. To 8k DPS. 8k. It's a lot. It's a lot of DPS.
Play of the game.
I win. Actually, look at my kill. Kill dead. I only died.
Damn, same as Mount is me. When I switched to Reaper, I started killing more.
Look
The spark didn't want to give my passion off.
Look at my deaths, bro. 3 deaths.
Aye, this is what I call it. Gotta get my beauty sleep. I should have a loot box, never mind. I gotta gamble before I go sleep.
I told Chad to pull for a Lovo, so.
This game doesn't want to give me the new healer character. I'm like, yo, really game? 30 pulls? No? 4-star healer? Really?
Oh, what do you call it? Pulling.
Yeah.
Pulling is cool though. I like her.
Yo, I'm actually like tired, yo.
All I know is I'm not gonna pull for Lova because it looks like Spectro's gonna be back in the swing again. So you're
hopefully Jinshi make come back.
Jinshi, and then I don't know about
maybe like an
Spectro.
interruption, like someone gives like an interruption buff or
So
a concerto.
what you call it? Lene is gonna give tune break. So you combo tune break with Jinshi. But Lene looks so dope though. I can't wait. I just know they're gonna make us a skin for a first.
No way.
Chad must pull for a Lova and a weapon. His account needs it. Because he has Cantarella as well, so he needs it.
And he has Cantarella's weapon twice over.
Yep. Cantarella's gonna buff Echo skill, and then for Lova's gonna deal that Echo skill.
And then if we can get Gilbrena, then even's better. Because if you have
Damn,
3, then
go.
you have a crack team.
Calbrena's probably gonna be Calbrena's gonna be running probably 3.1,
Next year.
3.1, 3.2. I thought they're gonna
Just say
run-
next year. I can't stand up in my chair. I'm actually laying on. I can't stand up. I'm underneath my table. Oh shit.
That's Jovers. Let me queue comp. Let me see what's happening. Was there no rank reset? Did they change the comp system or something? Where's the rank reset? Where's the rank reset?
Alright, Jalil, I'm going to go sleep now. I'm gonna check you later.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be up the whole time because I came up from a 2-hour nap.
So what time gonna come over most likely?
I'll probably be there. Because pub opens at 9, so I'll probably be there by what, 8:30? 8 o'clock, 8:30, around there.
Yeah, it's alright. No, 8:30. Leave your house at 8:30.
Yeah. I'll be there just before 9.
Why did I close this? Could not close. Anyway, peace out, nigga.
Deuces.
going to be the 5-star character.
Okay? You can pull this. It'll get you to, like, the top apex, right? But it's like, is that little extra cherry worth 70 pulls? No, it's not. And believe me, I have it. I don't regret pulling it, but I can also recognize it's not going to be that valuable. Now we got the weapons. They're all dog shit. I don't even want to waste time talking about these 4-star weapons. These two are the ones that restore like 20 resonance energy when you cast a skill, and then have dog shit stats. And then you have the Undying Flame, which gives resonance skill damage. They're all okay. So it's just you never actually use any of these ever. Use them for heals. Now let's move on to phase 2 and talk a little bit about Mornier. The main thing that we know is that she's going to be a support for the Toon Break archetype. She also heals. So she's probably going to feel like, and it's just really odd that I'm saying this, she's going to feel like the Shorekeeper for Toon. She's going to feel like the Chisa for Toon. But the thing is, it's kind of, I'm just a little bit concerned about anybody being the Shorekeeper of anything else after the release of Chisa. Because let's just be real here. Chisa was meant to be the shorekeeper of negative statuses, but if you don't release any fucking negative status characters, then she really can't be that, can she? And in the same vein, if Mornier is this toon break character, and they don't release any toon characters, then what is she going to do? Be Chisa? Bro, this unit on my account is taking a fucking vacation. She works on one team, and she's gonna be on vacation for the next 42 days, 50 days, because she's still not gonna have any more teams. And so Mornier can literally just be in this situation where she just sits here scratching her ass for 40 fucking days because you don't have any teams to play her on. Like her. She literally does nothing. She does nothing on my account. She's useless. And that could easily be a simple future for this unit as well. Do you want to know why? Because all Kuro needs to do is just not release the archetype that she supports. And if that happens, GG, you'll get Chisa V2. And does anyone want Chisa V2 right now? Do any Chisa pullers actually enjoy the strategic benefit she's adding to their account? No. She's useless for everybody. She's useless for literally everybody. So yeah, that'll be my caveat with her. And this is the thing. With a support that isn't as general as Shorekeeper, and with a support that's specialized, as it clearly is shown that Mornier is. Chisa is a specialized support just like her. And there's a really good chance that a specialized support can get absolutely cooked. So be careful with this banner is what I'm trying to say. Be very careful. You're hinging all of her value on the schedule of future releases. And we've already seen firsthand how that can fuck you over. Alright, now let's take a look at the next set of characters. We've got Augusta. And this is going to be my honest take. If you want a consistent level of performance, Augusta is probably the best character to pull in this entire version. If you want a consistent level of performance as like a new player that you know is guaranteed to be good and work, you want to pull Augusta. Do you want to know why? Because you're probably going to be able to get a copy of Mortefi. And if you do, congratulations, you now have one of the best teams in the game. You got Augusta and Mortefi, and then if Arena or Baija, you're good to go as like a completely new free-to-play player. You will destroy everything. Congratulations, right? That alone is enough. Because she has one of the best free-to-play performances you could possibly get. And then she doesn't even need like her weapon either, because she can work on a bunch of budget options. And likely will maybe be able to work with the new standard 5-star. But yeah, she works at all the endgame, works in Whimpering Waste with a little bit of practice and stuff, right? It's just a solid pick. And the good news is, she also has upgrades for a premium option, because then you could just pull Yuno. And guess what, guys? Yuno is probably the best sub DPS in the game. Because you want to know what Yuno can do? She can do the same thing that I'm saying Lene might be able to do. Be a sub DPS as well as a DPS at the same time. And my general opinion is that if a new player starts the game and they pull her, and then they pull her, that's the best setup they could possibly ever have to begin their Wuthering Waves career. Because you'll have a Giga Premium team with the two of them combined, then you'll have a separate team that Augusta can lead, and then a separate team that Yuno can lead with like fucking John Shin, bro. And then now you have like two teams. And the thing is, these two characters have such a high level of performance in every single game mode, and then just have like so much consistency in everything that they do. And then you also, when you're building them, you can farm for both of them at the same time because they both share the same Nightmare Nest. Well, I'm going to be real with you, man. It's a match made in heaven, actually. And I feel like players that started during 2.6 of WuWa pulled both of these two units are probably some of the most well-equipped people to just like play the game moving forward. So yeah, I'm just gonna go out and say it. Unless these two completely shake up the meta in a way we haven't seen, these are the best two banners in the patch. These are the best two units in the patch. That's what I'm gonna say. It's better than these two, for sure. These two are better. So yeah, that's what I'll go with. And you want to know what's also better on this banner? You've got the 4 stars. Yeah, the 4 stars on this banner are better too. Okay, before we get into the 4 stars, let me just talk a little bit specifically about Yuno's strengths and what makes her so amazing. So the thing about Yuno that makes her so amazing is that, yes, she has one of the best amplification skills in the game. It just straight up gives 50% heavy attack damage amplification. Yeah, that's a lot. And then she also has a passive where she gives damage amp if the character has a shield when they attack. She gets one. Augusta gets one too. That's like kind of like their special mechanic, the minor shielding that they get. And the character's damage is so high, she can function as a main DPS. She can also be a sub DPS too. And it's just kind of like, frankly, a bit nuts. So yeah, that's one of the bonuses there. But yeah, with that out of the way, now let's get back to the 4 stars on this banner. And like I said, they're actually good 4 stars. Let's start off with one that's making a really fast return because she's already live right now. You got Dan Jin. And Dan Jin is an exceptionally good unit because she has
head to Yuri's
fast
lab with
Concerto,
description,
great
keep this handy
overall general buffs to Havoc.
For this next step, we're going to be finding
she's been on
3
so many
keys that
banners,
will
you probably already
unlock
have her
9
S6
of the
by
different
now.
key
But then she also gives
locations.
a 20% attack buff on
And
S6.
using all these different
She also got a
gobblegums,
new
pack a bunch
Sonata
of
set too, where you can just
for
use
it.
her on Midnight Veil, and then she's like really, really, really good. She's basically like Rosia light, has a better rotation than Rosia, and then like it's just she's just a solid character. And there's a reason why she's one of everybody's favorite characters since 1.0. While she is, you know, naturally a little bit older by now, and it's just, you know, it's whatever having her, she's just a solid free-to-play option, and there's a lot of Havoc teams for her to work on. With Havoc Rover, with Frolova, with Cancerella, even with Rosia herself, she can be used in a lot of places. And while, you know, veterans might not be using her very much anymore, she's a great asset early on in your playthrough. Other character that we're going to have is going to be none other than Sanhua, right? And I think everyone knows by now, Sanhua is or was the best 4-star sub DPS in the game. I think that title goes to Mortifi for now because there haven't been a lot of basic attackers. But hey, Lene, from what we've seen, might be a basic attacker because of that Sonata set that we saw, right? So, yeah, she might work there too. Sanhua also has that same 20% attack buff at S6, which is really, really, really nice. And then she also has one of the fastest rotations in the game. So solid pick. Last 4-star is going to be Chisha. She's a DPS, but she kind of is just not really used nowadays anymore. But she does have a cool thing at S6 that gives her like a use case on the mono fusion teams where she can like buff basic attack damage, right? So that's cool. Maybe you can use her with Lene. I don't know. It's just, she's just Chisha. She's just like that nice, quirky little 1.0 unit that you use her a little bit, but then she kind of goes to the wayside. And I think that's just what's going on with her, unfortunately. So, yeah. Now let's move on to our weapons. So, like I said before, this is going to be for a character who is meant to be a healer for an archetype. I'm assuming you should just be able to use Discord instead of this, the ER Broadblade. So, the great news is that Discord is on this banner. So, hell, this might be potentially one of the best banners ever. Who knows, right? Who knows? Maybe Discord will be best in slot on her and it'll just be on this banner for some reason. Would be wild. But yeah, like I mentioned before, this is a weapon for an archetype healer. And so it could just be like Kumo Kiri, which currently Kumo Kiri is a piece of shit. This is possibly the most useless signature in the game. I'm just letting you all know that. This could be that. Just so you know. Now let's move on and talk about Augusta and Yuno's weapons. Augusta's weapon and Yuno's weapon are essentially the same thing. The idea is that their weapons give them a very small damage bonus of only about 20%. However, they build up a stacking defense ignore buff as they hit their targets. And so the basic thing is that they gain less damage boost, but more defense ignore. And the end result, they deal extra damage. And I'm not going to say that they're the best signatures ever, because you could just use Zhang Liao's signature or Jian's signature. But if you don't have Jian or Zhang Liao's signature, then yeah, just pick up Augusta's or Yuno's. It gives them a nice damage boost, but the thing is that they also have a bunch of other options as well. You can just use a regular crit rate, crit damage stat stick on Augusta, and you'll be just fine, right? You can just use, honestly, a bunch of different gauntlets on Yuno, and you'll be just fine. These characters are ones that don't, like, need their signatures to do exceptionally well. But if you do want their highest level of performance, yeah, get their SIGs. But I'm not going to go ahead and say that these are SIG-reliant units that have, like, a crazy blend of stats that only their SIGs provide. It's just damage and defense ignore. That's it. It's like there's nothing crazy on here. There's nothing, like, revolutionary that's going on with the stats that are being provided. So, yeah. Overall, I would say get them if you really like the character. You want to boost their damage to the highest levels possible, but they're not necessary for the characters to clear all the content in the game. So yeah, overall, that is going to be the triple banner lineup and our breakdowns for all of the units. And the thing is that I'm surprised it didn't actually take that long to go over everything, but I'm also not that surprised it didn't take that long to go over everything because, well, we're entirely skipping the discussion over here, frankly, when it comes to these two. What I will say is that all of these polling opinions can naturally shift based off of the actual power level and the strength of these units. Linnea could be the most broken shit ever. Kuro could introduce an absurd amount of power creep in 3.0 that absolutely changes the game completely, right? And like completely causes all these units to be dog shit, and you should only pull these two, right? But this is the thing. This is not Zenless Zone Zero or Honkai Star Rail, so I don't really think that's going to happen. I think these two are going to release, and honestly, I'm of the opinion that they're going to release and maybe feel a little bit underpowered, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happened. In a similar way, I feel like this character could actually end up feeling like a lot more like Chisa than we thought. I'm just surprised we're releasing two healers right after each other for completely separate archetypes. So yeah, I think that alone is telling me we're not gonna have an overpowered, overpowered new character releases. I feel like she's gonna feel useless. That's just my take. But overall, excited to see what's planned for. So the goal of this is to take a bit of a piece-by-piece look of every single unit, also take a look at the 4 stars, and then also take a look at the weapons as well. And the good news is that I have the privilege of owning, other than the 3.0 units, every single unit that's going to be on all of these banners alongside their weapons. So I feel pretty well equipped to let you all know all of the ins and outs when it comes to that value. So first unit over here is actually going to be Linnea. And the stuff that she's going to actually provide, the utility that she's going to have on the battlefield, wasn't actually super clear. All we know from the live stream is that she actually has like 2 different modes, can apply 2 different types of this unique tune break effect, and is meant to be, I think, one of the introductory characters to this tuning archetype. And the thing is, while we didn't figure out a lot when it comes to what her kit is going to do, you can tell by her playstyle, and perhaps something else from some of the preview materials that we've gotten in-game, you can likely actually tell what role she's gonna play. So we know that Linnea is a Spectro pistol user. There's a new Spectro set where casting an outro skill increases the incoming Resonator's attack and grants them additional attack based on their tune break boost. Well, she's a Spectro character, so she might have a buffing outro skill based off of this, but there's also another one. Dealing basic attack damage increases Spectro damage. Stackable, and with max stacks, casting Resonance Liberation increases basic attack damage. So this could be another set for her as well, and that's honestly what I'm thinking, is that she's actually going to arrive with 2 sets, and I guess have a sub DPS role, and then also a main DPS role. As far as I'm concerned, there's no Spectral basic attack damage dealer in the game. There's not one. So I'm assuming she's going to deal basic attack damage and just have 2 sets available. So with that context in mind, guys, she might be one of our first sort of like multi-role characters in the game, other than, well, it's just ironic that the other multi-role character is also Spectro, because yeah, it's Phoebe. So yeah, that's what it's looking like over here. So main DPS mode plus sub DPS supporting the tune break mode. And I think that alone is going to give her a lot of inherent value. However, I would like to wait and see what her overall performance is. But if she's viable in both roles and feels very strong in both roles, she could potentially be one of the best possible picks in the game. And this is why I think, again, I don't know why else there would be 2 of these in here. We don't have a Spectral basic attack damage dealer. I think these are both for her, and she really just has that flexibility built in. Otherwise, doesn't make that much sense, but that's what I'm going to go with for now. Overall pull value, probably very high. You pull her initially, play her as a main DPS, and then when there's a DPS or another character that she supports that comes out, then you switch her to sub DPS mode, much like how Phoebe operated, and Phoebe was also one of the highest value pulls in the game, assuming that you pulled Zani too. However, this does kind of, to unlock that additional value, this does tie you into the idea that you are pulling whoever she works for. And this is the thing. Imagine you did that for Phoebe and you didn't actually like Zani. Well, now it doesn't matter that Phoebe has 2 modes. You have to pull Zani to be able to use it. And if you don't, then it's like she doesn't have it. So that's some of the caveats over there. That's some of the limitations. But overall, I think she's going to be a very high value pick. Now let's move on to the next unit. We got none other than Kartithia. And I think that there's just a bit of a bitter pill we need to swallow when it comes to Cartithia. Guys, I don't really think she's that great at all if you don't have Chakota on your team. And the thing is, these two characters, I might as well talk about them together in terms of overall pull value. You kind of want both of them. And if you don't have both of them, Cartithia really suffers a lot. The reason for why Cartithia and Chakona feel like they need each other is very simple. So, Chakona basically does this thing, and her essential thing is apply stacks of arrow erosion. She applies them with basically every attack in her kit, and then her liberation allows her to apply 20 stacks. The unfortunate thing is that her stacks of erosion tend to overcap, because you have a stack limit of 3, or with Arrow Rover or Chisa on the team, 6. And when you're at 6, then you add another stack, it just stays at 6. So what Cartithia does is she consumes arrow erosion stacks when she attacks, to just deal the damage and then reduce the stack count by 1. And so, wow, what better way to battery our own damage than to have somebody apply 20 stacks, and what better way for me to battery their damage by taking off a stack every second? So that's kind of the relationship that these two characters have. Unfortunately, though, when you don't have Chakota, you lose a lot of damage amp on Cartithia's abilities, and you have to quick swap back into her small form to, like, rebuild the stacks. Otherwise, you're going to lose up to 100% amplification damage on her ultimate, which is not good to miss. You basically don't do any fucking damage with the ability. So that's why they're so closely tied together, and that's why her DPS, Cartithia's, falls off so rapidly if you don't have Chakota on the team. So there you go. The good news is that Cartithia is also one of the more budget characters in the game, just from like a performance perspective. That's because you can simply use her with the free Arrow Rover and get basically 5-star level support levels of performance from him, despite the fact that he's completely free. So if you're building out the Cartithia team, it's one of the cheapest teams in the game because you only need 2 units. Her, and then her. That's pretty much it. And then when you get that combo going, well, you'll be able to clear pretty much all the content in the game that isn't arrow resistant. However, you do have a bit of a hiccup when it comes to whimpering waste and clearing it with this character. You do have to play relatively sweaty, do a bunch of swaps, go back to like your Chakota and stuff to do some nonsense and build up arrow erosion stacks if you do want to get good scores with her. She also has a bit of a, I would say, signature reliance situation simply due to the fact that she scales off of HP. And there's not really any weapons in the game that give HP. And this is the only HP weapon in the game that gives, like, good levels of, like, you know, damage amplification and stuff. And so the issue kind of, like, stands. Yeah, she does feel a little bit premium in some ways, but she does have, and still probably will have, the highest DPS in the game. And she does have premium upgrade options as well by having Chisa on her team, too. So that's something that you can do if you're looking for an opportunity. But I would just mainly say, if you don't have her, I don't think you need her. But if you do basically want, like, I would consider her to be, like, the Lamborghini of Luna. Like, she's like a luxury car, in that you don't need her. You don't need any of her teams. She's not necessary at all to clear any of the content, but she gives you the best overall performance in the game. But can feel a little bit expensive to maintain, especially when you consider that this is, like, her full premium team. But it's just, the pieces right now aren't very usable elsewhere. She's not being used in any other team. She's not being used in any other team. This is actually the most flexible character in that lineup. Chakona is the most flexible character out of the premium arrow erosion team. Might as well talk about her then. Because yeah, we've already talked about Cartithia. Like I said before, you're not going to hate yourself if you skip her. I think that's the main thing. So yeah, Chakona. So like I mentioned, Chakona's going to be an essential partner for Cartithia, but Cartithia is not an essential partner for Chakona, because Chakona is basically a general arrow buffer that works with anybody that deals arrow damage. And it doesn't matter if they scale off of attack, because Cartithia doesn't. They just need to deal arrow damage. And the thing is, Chakona actually has a bunch of different premium teams. She has around 3 of them, where she works with Yuno as a main DPS with Arrow Rover. She works with Yuno and Jian to make a premium arrow team that, honestly, I've seen the clear times. It performs almost identically to the Cartithia team, and performs better than the Cartithia team in Weewalk. So it's like, she manages to make so many 5-star characters so good, and then she also has so many different teams. And just from like a team building perspective, giving you the best overall performance in a bunch of different lineups, she's there, she's up there, she's one of the most valuable units in the game. However, pretty much all of Chakota's teams are Giga Premium teams. From the perspective of, you kind of only use Chakota with other 5-star limited units. And if you don't have them already, then there's not a lot of places to use her. But if you do have them, then she adds a lot and basically elevates a bunch of teams at once. The end result is kind of like, man, she has a lot of prerequisites for her performance, but her performance is really, really, really good. And I think that's something that has to be recognized. Just know that she's high value, but also has high expenditures along the way. So yeah, that's going to be the 5-star characters. Now let's go ahead and talk about the 4-star ones. Yang Yang is unfortunately a piece of dog shit nowadays, because her main thing was her ability to group on a somewhat regular basis. Now there's so much more available grouping, and Bu Ling just does her job, but better. Bu Ling is literally a version of her that's just better. Bu Ling groups for longer, gives better buffs, and does, I guess, less damage, but she doesn't do that much damage anyways. The main thing that she provides is ER to the team, and then when you get her to S6, a 20% attack boost. But the thing is, with an outro skill that only gives 20 energy, and then other outro skills are giving 38% damage amp, I'm sorry, it's just, you can't use this anymore. She's too old, too outdated, not good enough. Next up, let's take a look at Baizha. This character essentially is just made to feel bad unless you have variation at like R5. And even if you do, the character still feels a little bit bad. I'll just say overall, there are so many better options nowadays, Bu Ling being one of them. However, I was gonna say, even in her role as like the Carlotta Jeja healer, because she gives a 12% glacial damage boost, Bu Ling is also better. So it like doesn't matter. She's just completely power crept by Bu Ling in every single way. You're never gonna use her as long as Bu Ling is here, because Bu Ling's just better. That's just the unfortunate part about releasing good 4-star units. Well, some 4-star units are gonna get replaced, and this is one of them. And Yohu, let's not even talk about her. She's still the most useless piece of shit character in the game. So yeah. Now we're ready to move on and talk a little bit about the weapons. So naturally, alongside the characters, the weapons are going to be getting a bit of a rerun as well for all the featured units. But you're still going to have Linnea's weapon. And so I feel like Linnea's weapon is going to be another dual purpose sort of weapon. It's going to fit the potential roles that she's going to play as a main DPS as well as a sub DPS buffer. So I imagine her weapon is going to have the same level of flexibility built in as well. It's also going to mean that you might actually really want it, because inherently that could give it high value too, because then you'd be able to have a DPS weapon but then also have a sub DPS weapon at the same time. It's also got the little emojis and it looks really cool, so I'll give it that as a bit of a bonus. I do like how it looks. Next, you're gonna have the rerun weapons for, I've already talked a little bit about them, right? But you're gonna have the rerun weapons for Kartithia and Chakona. So let's talk a little bit about Kartithia's weapon. I've already mentioned before, she doesn't have a lot of free-to-play options, right? Because she scales off of HP, her performance with her weapon elevates much higher. However, you do have to, make sure that your Echo build is a 4-4-1-1-1 to go alongside that. And I'll say, yes, she's the highest DPS team in the game, and her weapon is a part of getting that highest DPS. And running EOG, the next best option, is a pretty decent drop. It's like 25%. So yeah, I would say if you do pull her, you pretty much do kind of want her weapon to go on top of it, and that's just the nature of being an HP scaler. It's unfortunate, but yeah, you kind of do want that. Chakona, on the other hand, her weapon is extremely unnecessary. From the perspective of, it mainly provides a 10% arrow resistance reduction. It's nice. It gives that extra cherry on top, but you can just run Static Mist on her, and Static Mist it makes her easier to build because it gives you so much ER. So yeah, just do that instead. Just do that instead. It's better. Okay, you can pull this. It'll get you to like the top apex, right? But it's like, is that little extra cherry worth 70 pulls? No, it's not. And believe me, I have it. I don't regret pulling it, but I can also recognize it's not going to be that valuable. Now we got the weapons. They're all dog shit. I don't even want to waste time talking about these 4-star weapons. These two are the ones that restore like 20 resonance energy when you cast a skill, and then have dog shit stats. And then you have the Undying Flame, which gives resonance skill damage. They're up, okay? So it's just, you never actually use any of these ever. Use them for EXP. Now let's move on to phase 2 and talk a little bit about Mornia. The main thing that we know is that she's going to be a support for the Toon Break archetype. She also heals. So she's probably going to feel like, and it's just really odd that I'm saying this, she's going to feel like the Shorekeeper for Toon. She's going to feel like the Chisa for Toon. But the thing is, it's kind of, I'm just a little bit concerned about anybody being the Shorekeeper of anything else after the release of Chisa. Because let's just be real here. Chisa was meant to be the Shorekeeper of negative statuses, but if you don't release any fucking negative status characters, then she really can't be that, can she? And in the same vein, if Mornia is this Toon Break character, and they don't release any Toon characters, then what is she going to do? Be Chisa? Bro, this unit on my account is taking a fucking vacation. She works on one team, and she's going to be on vacation for the next 42 days, 50 days, because she's still not going to have any more teams. And so Mornia can literally just be in this situation where she just sits here scratching her ass for 40 fucking days because you don't have any teams to play her on, like her. She literally does nothing. She does nothing on my account. She's useless. And that could easily be a simple future for this unit as well. Do you want to know why? Because all Kuro needs to do is just not release the archetype that she supports. And if that happens, GG, you'll get Chisa V2. And does anyone want Chisa V2 right now? Alright, now let's take a look at the next set of characters. We've got Augusta, and this is going to be my honest take. If you want a consistent level of performance, Augusta is probably the best character to pull in this entire version. If you want a consistent level of performance as like a new player that you know is guaranteed to be good and work, you want to pull Augusta. Do you want to know why? Because you're probably going to be able to get a copy of Mortify, and if you do, congratulations, you now have one of the best teams in the game. You got Augusta and Mortify, and then if Arena or Baija, you're good to go as like a completely new free-to-play player. You will destroy everything. Congratulations, right? That alone is enough, because she has one of the best free-to-play performances you could possibly get. And then she doesn't even need like her weapon either, because she can work on a bunch of budget options. And likely will maybe be able to work with the new standard 5-star. But yeah, she works in all the endgame, works in Whimpering Waste with a little bit of practice and stuff, right? It's just a solid pick. And the good news is, she also has upgrades for a premium option, because then you could just pull Yuno. And guess what, guys? Yuno is probably the best sub-DPS in the game. Because you want to know what Yuno can do? She can do the same thing that I'm saying Lene might be able to do. Be a sub-DPS as well as a DPS at the same time. And my general opinion is that if a new player starts the game, and they pull her, and then they pull her, that's the best setup they could possibly ever have to begin their Wuthering Waves career. Because you'll have a Giga Premium team with the two of them combined, then you'll have a separate team that Augusta can lead, and then a separate team that Yuno can lead with like fucking John Shin, bro. And then now you have like 2 teams. And the thing is, these 2 characters have such a high level of performance in every single game mode, and then just have like so much consistency in everything that they do. And then you also, when you're building them, you can farm for both of them at the same time because they both share the same Nightmare Nest. Well, I'm going to be real with you, man. It's a match made in heaven, actually. And I feel like players that started during 2.6 of Wuwa pulled both of these 2 units are probably some of the most well-equipped people to just like play the game moving forward. So yeah, I'm just gonna go out and say it. Unless these 2 completely shake up the meta in a way we haven't seen, these are the best 2 banners in the patch. These are the best 2 units in the patch. That's what I'm gonna say. It's better than these 2, for sure. These 2 are better. So yeah, that's what I'll go with. And you want to know what's also better on this banner? You've got the 4 stars. Yeah, the 4 stars on this banner are better too. Okay, before we get into the 4 stars, let me just talk a little bit specifically about Yuno's strengths and what makes her so amazing. So, the thing about Yuno that makes her so amazing is that, yes, she has one of the best amplification skills in the game. It just straight up gives 50% heavy attack damage amplification. Yeah, that's a lot. And then she also has a passive where she gives damage amp if the character has a shield when they attack. She gets one. Augusta gets one too. That's like kind of like their special mechanic, the minor shielding that they get. And the character's damage is so high, she can function as a main DPS. She can also be a sub DPS too. And it's just kind of like, frankly, a bit nuts. So yeah, that's one of the bonuses there. But yeah, with that out of the way, now let's get back to the 4 stars on this banner. And like I said, they're actually good 4 stars. Let's start off with one that's making a really fast return because she's already live right now. You got Dan Jin. And Dan Jin is an exceptionally good unit because she has extremely fast Concerto, great overall general buffs to Havoc, and, I mean, she's been on so many banners, you probably already have her S6 by now, but then she also gives a 20% attack buff on S6. She also got a new Sonata set, too, where you can just use her on Midnight Veil, and then she's, like, really, really, really good. She's basically like Rosia, light, has a better rotation than Rosia, and then, like, she's just a solid character. And there's a reason why she's one of everybody's favorite characters since 1.0. While she is, you know, naturally a little bit older by now, and it's just, you know, it's whatever having her. She's just a solid free-to-play option, and there's a lot of Havoc teams for her to work on. With Havoc Rover, with Frolova, with Cancerella, even with Rosia herself, she can be used in a lot of places. And while, you know, veterans might not be using her very much anymore, she's a great asset early on in your playthrough. Other character that we're going to have is going to be none other than Sanhua. Right, and I think everyone knows by now, Sanhua is, or was, the best 4-star sub-DPS in the game. I think that title goes to Mortifi for now, because there haven't been a lot of basic attackers. But hey, Lene, from what we've seen, might be a basic attacker because of that Sonata set that we saw, right? So, yeah, she might work there too. Sanhua also has that same 20% attack buff at S6, which is really, really, really nice. And then she also has one of the fastest rotations in the game. So, solid pick. Last 4-star is going to be Chisha. She's a DPS, but she kind of is just not really used nowadays anymore. But she does have a cool thing at S6 that gives her like a use case on the mono fusion teams, where she can like buff basic attack damage, right? So that's cool. Maybe you can use her with Lene. I don't know. It's just, Chisha's Chisha. She's just like that nice, quirky little 1.0 unit that you use her a little bit, but then she kind of goes to the wayside. And I think that's just what's going on with her, unfortunately. So, yeah. Now let's move on to our weapons. So, like I said before, this is going to be for a character who is meant to be a healer for an archetype. I'm assuming you should just be able to use Discord instead of this, the ER Broadblade. So, the great news is that Discord is on this banner. So, hell, this might be potentially one of the best banners ever. Who knows, right? Who knows? Maybe Discord will be best in slot on her and it'll just be on this banner for some reason. Would be wild. But yeah, like I mentioned before, this is a weapon for an archetype healer. And so this could just be like Kumo Kiri, which currently Kumo Kiri is a piece of shit. This is possibly the most useless signature in the game. I'm just letting you all know that. This could be that. Just so you know. Now let's move on and talk about Augusta and Yuno's weapons. Augusta's weapon and Yuno's weapon are essentially the same thing. The idea is that their weapons give them a very small damage bonus of only about 20%. However, they build up a stacking defense ignore buff as they hit their targets. And so the basic thing is that they gain less damage boost but more defense ignore. And the end result, they deal extra damage. And I'm not going to say that they're the best signatures ever, because you can just use Zhang Liao's signature or Jian's signature. But if you don't have Jian or Zhang Liao's signature, then yeah, just pick up Augusta's or Yuno's. It gives them a nice damage boost, but the thing is that they also have a bunch of other options as well. You can just use a regular crit rate, crit damage stat stick on Augusta and you'll be just fine, right? You can just use, honestly, a bunch of different gauntlets on Yuno and you'll be just fine. These characters are ones that don't, like, need their signatures to do exceptionally well. But if you do want their highest level of performance, yeah, get their SIGs. But I'm not going to go ahead and say that these are SIG-reliant units that have, like, a crazy blend of stats that only their SIGs provide. It's just damage and defense. that's it. It's like there's nothing crazy on here. There's nothing like revolutionary that's going on with the stats that are being provided. So yeah. Overall, I would say get them if you really like the character. You want to boost their damage to the highest levels possible, but they're not necessary for the characters to clear all the content in the game. So yeah, overall, that is going to be the triple banner lineup and our breakdowns for all of the units. And the thing is that I'm surprised it didn't actually take that long to go over everything, but I'm also not that surprised it didn't take that long to go over everything because, well, we're entirely skipping the discussion over here, frankly, when it comes to these two. What I will say is that all of these polling opinions can naturally shift based off of the actual power level and the strength of these units. Linne could be the most broken shit ever. Kuro could introduce an absurd amount of power creep in 3.0 that absolutely changes the game completely, right? And like completely causes all these units to be dog shit, and you should only pull these two, right? But this is the thing. This is not Zenless Zone Zero or Honkai Star Rail, so I don't really think that's going to happen. I think these two are going to release, and honestly, I'm of the opinion that they're going to release and maybe feel a little bit underpowered, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happened. In a similar way, I feel like this character could actually end up feeling like a lot more like Chisa than we thought. I'm just surprised we're releasing two healers right after each other for completely separate archetypes. So yeah, I think that alone is telling me we're not gonna have an overpowered, overpowered new character releases. I feel like she's gonna feel useless. That's just my take. But overall, excited to see what's planned for the future of this game. And hopefully this polling video, this polling guide has helped you at least feel a little bit more educated on the route forward for your Astrite and Radiant Tides. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a wild, wild day with the Game Awards victory the other day and then 3.0 this morning. We've got a lot on the schedule as a Wuthering Waves player. And it turns out there's even more on top of it because Solon Lee, the Wuthering Waves dev team, they prepared for us a bit of a message. And I think this message is coinciding along with the fact that, yes, this game actually did win the Player's Voice Award. We're getting things, right? Like a whole brand new amazing version update and a whopping 10 pull in the mail from the Game Awards. Thank you. And there's even more on top of it. Your steady support, encouragement, and honest feedback mean the world to us. The dev team will continue giving our all as we prepare for the next chapter. Are you ready to open the gate to Star Torch Academy and step into Lahai Roi? What an amazing time to drop a video like this. Why don't we go ahead, react to it, and give our take for what's going on over here.
Hello， 漂泊者们好啊，我是 Solon。时间过得很快，明朝2.0系列版本的故事。
Their office actually looks pretty sick. I just want to say that. Their office looks fucking sleek.
转眼间已经画上了句点。在过去的1年里，我们和所有的漂泊者们一同见证。
Okay, kind of like we're counting the journey.
也感受到了无数次的共鸣。明朝项目组也收到了许多来自漂泊者们的
lot of support, encouragement.
鼓励，当然也伴随着许多诚挚的意见与反馈。说实话，每一次版本更新前，项目组的各位心里其实还是挺没底的。
I think that's a big thing that a lot of people aren't fully aware of heading into 3.0. Was that Wuthering Waves 2.0, Rinascita flying that entire arc? A lot of it was actually supposed to be in version 1.0 of the game. And so when they were developing 2.0, they already had like a bit of like a backbone. They already had like a bit of a structure going on. And that's why there wasn't, I guess, as much need for like creativity and planning in their processes. And it was probably a lot faster to get there. For 3.0 and everything onward, I feel like they actually had a way different development process. And thinking about it from this, I'm glad that they're talking about or differentiating between how the version updates have been going, because the context of them are entirely different. And I think that makes 3.0, whatever accomplishments that are in it, whatever is good in it, feel that much more impactful. And I'm going to be real over here. I'm excited to see how it plays out, but there's a chance that 3.0 is going to feel dramatically even better than 2.0, because driving looks better than flying. I'm going to be honest with you. The driving system looks like it's going to be better than flying. And that alone, knowing how much of a difference flying made to 2.0's experience or the exploration experience for everybody, I'm gonna be real. I'm bored as hell of that shit. I don't think I'm ever gonna get bored of driving.
我们还是会担心内容不够好。
We worry that your efforts won't meet your expectations, and our hearts ache for players who have steadfastly stood by us. I enjoy that recognition a lot, specifically because of, again, the wild journey that the game has gone on. I mentioned before that 1.0 was meant to have Ridicida in it. 1.x did feel like there was a lot of lacking in some areas, but 1.x was also really short. And I think that 1.1 was definitely a patch that kind of sealed the deal for a lot of people. Where like, yeah, I could see myself playing this game for an extremely long time, but there were a lot of people that left early on. So I think that level of like loyalty from like the early adopters who were entirely there for, let's just be honest here, mainly the gameplay. That crowd, I'm glad that they're getting their flowers.
一直支持着我们的玩家，可比起畏惧失误而停滞不前，我们更想做
keep moving, keep innovating,
的事情。
even in the face of
再多做一
struggles.
点吧，多打磨一些吧。现在回头看。
And I think everybody can confirm everything that he's saying over here. Pushing further, refining deeper, polishing brighter. I don't think anyone can disagree with that. I don't think anyone needs to see a statement like that and then ask for proof. I think it's pretty clear. It's in the pudding.
现在回头看，英超在过去1年中许多美好的体验，也是这么一点点被漂泊者们所发现且认可的。在2025年的年末。 我们也获得了一些奖项上的认可。
I wonder, did they definitely recorded this, like in the past 5 or 6 hours? They probably recorded this in the past like 7 or 8 hours. Yeah, this one's fresh.
比如索尼 Partner Award 以及玩家之声奖
they won that one.
HMMA
The HMMA one.
传媒奖，谷歌最佳持续
The
运营
Google
奖
Play one too.
在今日。
And today, yep, they were waiting for this one. They were waiting for this one. And I think this just goes to show how much prestige is actually built into the Game Awards show as a whole, where Kuro decided to align their marketing for 3.0, their marketing for Lahai Roy, their CEO actually going in and talking. They all lined it up for this moment specifically. I think a lot of people, right, you're gonna have to get familiar with the idea that there are gonna be individuals who are gonna try their best to minimize the significance of the Player's Voice Award. Let me just tell you how significant this is. Clair Obscur is one of the games that Wuthering Waves won against in this awards competition. Clair Obscur was nominated for 11 awards. That meant that Clair Obscur went against 44 other games. Out of those games, 44 other games, only 2 games beat Clair Obscur. 2 games out of 44 beat Clair Obscur. Wuthering Waves is one of those 2 games. That is the significance of this award in the context of this and this award show. 2 out of 42. Sorry, 2 out of 44.
玩家之声的
And I guess the other one was Battlefield 6. So there you go. One of the highest budget games ever.
说，也正是带着这样不断变得更好的执着。
It's this perspective, it's this perseverance that has fueled everybody. I think this is the thing. I'm glad that the game is getting its recognition in like the deep mainstream media. I'm glad it's getting its recognition across the globe. And in a way, I feel like when you consider maybe there's gonna be like a cultural impact of this as well. Because you want to know what game maybe didn't win a certain award last year? Yeah, I know Black Myth Wukong didn't win a certain award last year. But now Wuthering Waves is? Who knows? Maybe CN's going to celebrate this as well.
为即将到来的明朝3.0倾注了一如既往的热情。这将是一个机械科幻与太空浪漫并存的学院篇章。
Mechanical science fiction and space romance.
为此，我们引入了全新的探索方式、地图风格。
New map exploration? Okay, alright, come on, buddy. Buddy, this is after the live stream.
属于拉海洛的故事。准备好推开新剧学院的大门，进入拉海洛了吗？ 明朝的全新篇章就在前方等待着各位。
All right, nice little plug over there at the end. I'm not gonna lie, the whole like little ad read that he did for Wuthering Waves 3.0 kind of felt like out of place in there. Yeah, it felt like a little bit out of place in there. I'm gonna be entirely real with you. But yeah, overall, I would say pretty nicely worded message. I think that it just shows that yes, these guys are finally getting, I hope that these guys are going to get a bit of a break after 3.0 launches. That would be something that makes a lot of sense to me, because there should definitely be some degree of like celebration. And this is genuinely what I think. I think that Kuro actually launched the game on Christmas so that the staff could get like New Year's off or something. Because 2.0 launched on like New Year's last year. It was kind of like nuts, right? But it is what it is. And I feel like there has to be like champagne bottles, maybe strippers, just like all over the Kuro HQ right now, because Jesus Christ, it's been long awaited. Didn't get Mobile Game of the Year last year, got shafted in a bunch of different ways, and now they've won basically all of it this time. I'm just gonna be honest, guys. This is probably the best time to be a Wuthering Waves player in the history of Wuthering Waves. I don't think there's been a better time. And hopefully we'll see the efforts of this celebration, the recognition of it, show up in the game as time goes on. Very excited to see how 3.0 pans out. Let me know what you all thought about this one. Peace out.
The VW Golf GTI, the original hot hatch. Many have come for its throne over the last 5 decades, but it's never lost its title. Today, we'll be exploring and experiencing the newly facelifted Golf GTI. We'll unpack the updates over its pre-facelift counterpart, take it for a drive around the beautiful roads of my hometown Zanin, and in the end, I'll share with you my final thoughts about the car.
So yes guys, today we're finally checking out the new facelifted VW Golf GTI, so the 8.5 GTI. So I've actually anticipated this moment for quite some time, and today we finally get to drive it. Big thanks to the guys over at Lani Motors, which is the local VW dealership out here in Zanin. This car is actually for sale with them. With all of that out the way, I really do hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get right into it.
I don't wanna hear another squeak, I don't wanna hear another whisper. Niggas always talking about me, but they never bring it up soon as I face them. I told Mello I'll trash these niggas, you can put cash on it, you gon' double your investment. Ain't no losses when you treat it like a lesson. Stand on business, I ain't rolling with no yes man. You gon' start to feel the pressure when I racks it. Real life true story.
Now, let's play a game of spot the difference. This is the Golf 8 GTI, and this is the 8.5 GTI. Now, let me know if you can actually spot the differences in the comment section. The 8.5 is available with Matrix LED headlights, that is the IQ lights. They are slightly restyled, sharper, and less rounded in shape. The car now has this cool looking illuminated VW badge. It retains the light bar and red styling that runs across the grille and into the headlights. The lower section of the bumper is deeper, with these new body colored flicks from the outer edges curving inwards towards the center. The car still retains fog lights with the honeycomb effect across the entirety of the lower grille. The 8.5 comes with a set of newly designed rims, 19 inches in diameter, and apparently the design is inspired by the rims on the Golf 5 GTI. Personally, I like this rim, and I think it helps distinguish the car from the pre-facelift. Behind the rims are red brake calipers, standard procedure for a GTI. There's a new borderless GTI badge on the side, and it's been moved from the fender to the door. The side profile is still distinctively Golf, with minimal body creases. At the rear, the main standout feature is the newly designed tail lights with this transparent effect, something I think many other manufacturers will copy and aftermarket companies will be replicating. The rest of the details are pretty much the same as the outgoing model. Inside the cabin, your attention is just grabbed by this new tablet-style 12.9-inch infotainment screen. I get why some people don't like the look and size of it, but I have no issues with it because the big size means the icons are large and usable even when you're driving. At the top are shortcut keys, but I'll mainly focus on the driver mode selector. There's the standard Eco, Comfort, and Sport mode, but the interesting part is the individual mode. The car comes with a revised DCC, that's Dynamic Chassis Control, with 15 different settings or alterations. I wonder if you can feel a difference between the second setting and the fourth one, or the 13th setting and the 15th one. But anyways, on the individual settings still, you can customize different parts of the driving experience like the steering wheel feel, the suspension feel, the engine responsiveness, the exhaust, and so on. The rest of the infotainment screen is nice and crisp. It's got all the goodies, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's also very easy to navigate and to use, like I've already mentioned. I have explored this infotainment screen in my other new VW reviews, and it's a similar system. I'll leave some links in the description below in case you want to check them out. The 8.5 also features a 10.2-inch instrument cluster, and it's pretty much the same as the one in the pre-facelift. It's customizable, where you can cycle through different views and choose to display different information, including cool ones like turbo boost gauge and a live power output reader. The steering wheel now has physical buttons, and gone are the touch sensitive ones with haptic feedback. Overall, it's the same in design and shape. A full leather wrapped steering wheel with perforated grip points, some red flashes on the bottom spoke with a GTI badge. The 8.5 retains these cool looking two-piece sport seats with multicolor tones, which definitely makes for some cool contrasts. Only the driver's seat is electrically adjustable though. The passenger seat, you have to operate it manually. You have this cool Golf logo embossed here, although I think it would be cooler if it said GTI in the Golf GTI. But anyways, there's a wireless charging pad here and two USB-C ports above that. The center console is identical. There's two adaptive cup holders, a central armrest with storage, and some large door pockets. In the back, the seats are also leather wrapped with contrasting colors. You get rear climate vents and two more USB-C ports. There is decent amount of knee and leg room. It looks tight now because the car actually has a convenient seat for the driver. What that means is the seat automatically moves back when you open the driver door to make it easy to hop in and out. The front seats are bulky, and they can actually obstruct the view out front for rear occupants, but that's a trade-off I can live with because they look cool. There's a central armrest with cup holders, and it also serves as through loading for longer items into the back. Apparently this is the correct way to open the boot. But anyways, the boot is 380 liters in capacity. It has tie-down points and pockets on the side. There is an adjustable floor with underneath storage where you find a spare wheel. The main reason you buy a GTI is for its engine and performance, and the 8.5 comes packing a punch. It's still powered by the same 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder motor, the EA888 EVO 4, for all of you die-hard enthusiasts. It now makes 195 kilowatts, that is 15 kilowatts more than the 8 GTI, and 370 Newton meters of torque. It's still paired with a 7-speed DSG transmission. The 0 to 100 acceleration time has been reduced from 6.4 seconds to 5.9 seconds. Impressive stuff. The new 8.5 GTI retails from 908,000 rands, but this one, with delivery fees and all, expect to pay around 930,000 rands. So now it's finally time to take the 8.5 for a drive, and I'll relay the experience for you guys. So I'm actually driving in sport mode.
gearbox and manual, as always. The thing that stood out to me the most on my way to this shooting location is the way the suspension feels. One thing to note, the car is brand new, so the components haven't gotten a chance to settle down. So once the car does some mileage, say 5,000 kilometers, maybe even 10,000, that's when everything will start to settle and be nice. That is the suspension, the exhaust, and all that jizz. Even with that being the case, the car being brand new, the suspension feels firm in a sophisticated way. So a nice kind of firm, not the punishing kind of firm. It's nice, it's composed on the road. If you need to push the car, it really does feel one with the road, as in it's hunkered down. And the other nice thing is I actually got to experience the car on track when VW unveiled it at the Kyalami Grand Prix. And the car was going basically at 1010s. And the thing that stood out to me was the compliancy of the chassis. Like the car always rotates around its weight and around the whole body, which is crazy because this is a front-wheel drive platform. But what I'm trying to say is it doesn't actually understeer at all. So when you come across some bends, even now I'm driving around a curve, granted, I'm not going anywhere near the capability or the limit of the car, but still, even out here on a public road, you can just tell that this thing is ready to go. The other nice thing is power is always abundant on the Golf GTI. So pulling overtakes and doing in-gear accelerations is never a problem here. So currently I'm in gear 6. If I drop down to like 4th gear, I'm doing like 100 k's an hour and I go foot flat. And the way it delivers the torque and the power, it's basically very fast. And 90% of the time, you're pretty much quicker than any car that you encounter on the road in one of these, at least out here in SA. So yeah, performance-wise, you're not gonna have any issues in this thing. Here's something that's very interesting. Hyundai i30N discontinued. Renault Megane RS, I don't think you can buy that car new. So what's left now that competes with the Golf GTI? I really can't think of anything. Maybe you guys remind me in the comment section, but as far as I'm concerned, really there isn't any other hot hatch of this caliber that you can buy at the moment new, which is somewhat sad, but it also means the Golf GTI currently doesn't have any competition in our market. Okay, there's the new Toyota GR Yaris that just came out. I just thought of that, and it retails for similar money, I think around 950,000 rands, around that mark. But I have to say, they're very different cars. The GR Yaris only comes as a 2-door. Some people refer to it as a 3-door, I guess including the boot. And yeah, I'm aware the Yaris is a lot more capable. It's got a lot more power. It's lighter. So it's heavily centered around sporty driving. But in terms of practicality and all that usability factor, I think, yeah, you can't really compare them. So I don't know. This car can still do the GTI thing of having two personas. You know, it can be very nice and docile. You can use it on a daily basis. Fuel consumption is amazing. And if you dial up the driving modes, put it in sport, and you come across a nice and twisty road, then it can do all the sporty stuff. You can even take it on track if you want to. But I think where the car really shines is if you find a nice twisty road. That's where you'll be able to enjoy it the most. I'll pull an overtake now. Yeah, that's
really easy in a Golf GTI. In here you hardly hear any engine sound and whatever. I actually want to hear it from the outside, but I'll also include some clips where I get to place the mic on the outside and whatever. If you already own a Golf 8 GTI, there is no need to rush out and upgrade to the 8.5. The main problem is, for similar money, you can pick yourself up a low mileage 8R. But if you're looking for something brand new with incredible performance, some good tech, usable every day as well, then look no further than the 8.5 GTI. The Golf GTI is still the ultimate hot hatch. I say this because it is so good at multiple purposes. It's not just specific to one. Thanks for watching.
One is on the third one is in the Bloody Bath fishing dock at the bottom. Head over to the Blackwater Lake. Down near
Televisions used to cost nearly 10,000 today bucks, and you'd get a tiny little screen in a giant cabinet. But today, you can get a perfectly conduit TV for just $30. Okay, it's not exactly a cinema in your home, but we bought this from Best Buy for $35. So why would you spend more? Well, if you pony up $300, you'll get something larger, sleeker, and high definition. Is this the sweet spot? If you're not a cinephile, probably. But look, if you spend $3,000s of dollars, like these do on TVs, you could get a state-of-the-art OLED panel that makes everything we've looked at so far look like it was designed for normal-sized humans with very poor eyesight. But what if you could spend $10,000s of dollars? How much more TV do you really get when you spend car money on a television set? Is it worth it, or is this little guy good enough? After all, even this is practically science fiction technology compared to what your parents grew up with. I mean, look how clear the picture is. Hey, I can even make out this segue to our sponsor.
Hetzner! With Hetzner's S3 compatible object storage, you get a powerful and scalable storage solution for only $5.99 a month. All that while your data is locked down by GDPR and strict German privacy laws. Hit the link below, use code LTT25, and get $20 off your Hetzner object storage.
Let's kick things off with the best deals that I've gotten in a long time. This open box 32-inch Insignia NS32F201 NA23. Okay, it's only in fair condition, and it sports just a 1280 by 720p resolution. But it comes with a short open box warranty. The display itself actually looks pretty good. And come on, guys, 35 bucks is 35 bucks. Who needs the full high definition when the screen is this small?
You probably. Even if it's 32 inches, guess the PPI. It's like 45 PPI. 45.
That is small PPI. And the worst part is that because this was an open box deal, normally you would pay a lot more for this thing. On Black Friday, it was more like $70, which is about twice what we paid for it. And the value proposition gets pretty questionable at that point. Let's give it a shot. You know, the remote,
it's fine.
It feels okay.
Yeah, it's better than the Samsung remote. We'll try later.
Wow, you can really see those dark areas in the corners. I don't think that's a defect, sir. I think that's just the TV.
For being a 720p display, the text looks crisper than I expected, though.
Smaller than I expected.
It's tiny. But growing up, I would have been stoked for a TV like this.
We've already run into a problem. What button am I supposed to press?
Okay, I actually can't tell from here.
Oh, it is. It's the home button.
Why does it have to do this? We turned the TV on with it.
This is a Fire TV.
Yeah, you're getting Fire TV built in.
It's not the worst smart TV platform. And 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi? Show me anything else for $35 that has 5 gigahertz support. My eyes are starting to dry out just looking at this for this long. Yeah, let's go with just not installing any of your bullshit is not an option.
All of the ads. It works.
Okay, but what's this show called? Okay, no fun thumbnail.
I know that it is only because I recognize.
As much fun as we're having making fun of the Fire TV experience, though, We want consistency as we're evaluating all our different TV sets, so we're gonna switch over to an NVIDIA Shield really quick here. It's got 3 inputs though, which all things considered, not that bad, and does have an optical jack, which if I was running a TV like this, I would 100% want a soundbar, and that would be extremely handy.
I hadn't even thought of the speaker quality.
Input. Forgot about this. Yeah, there's no input. Ridiculous.
I expect that on a Samsung TV. Frustrated with seeing the same ads on repeat? Well, that's how their TV is $35 open box.
Let's go to that spot we like to watch.
These are better than I expected.
Harsh, but clear.
If you had a child and sat them in front of this TV and turned the speakers on, they would be stoked.
They would not care. Is it TN? It doesn't seem like it.
No, I'm pretty sure this is VA.
So it is? So it is. Like, dude, it's kind of fine.
That's not terrible viewing angles.
No, I'm downright impressed.
And for only $35. Open box fare. It's normally $70 on sale. It is funny how almost the exact same size it is.
And your speakers are probably better.
Plus this is OLED. You know, just because it doesn't get over like 300 nits of brightness, that doesn't mean it's not bright enough.
Oh, it's very usable.
You don't know what the color accuracy is?
I'm gonna guess Delta E average of 13.
In standard mode, yes, but it has a film mode.
No!
Yeah, it's got a film mode.
Shut up.
Yeah, and in the film mode, it gets an average of 6 with a max of like 12. That's not bad. Like, it's not amazing. The only real downside to this TV, aside from like size and pixel density, the latency. Even with game mode on, it's still bad. It measures at like 7 milliseconds.
To your death.
Over the theoretical perfect.
Even that's not that bad compared to
okay, it's not as
not
bad.
that long ago. I could game with an extra 7 milliseconds of latency. In summary, no, it's not amazing, but it's amazingly better than I expected, even at the non-open box price, making it perfect for something like a dentist office or a guest or a kid's room. Who I would say it's not for though, is someone who is struggling with affordability and looking for a primary display. For those folks, I really do think you'd be better off just holding the phone that you probably already have until something pops up on a local buy nothing group, or if you can pick up something like a used monitor. Full HD units tend to go for about this price, or in some cases even cheaper if you pick one up secondhand, and they're not that much smaller.
They are smaller.
Okay, they are smaller, but this is a classic, like, Boots theory of economics situation where spending money on low quality crap is gonna cost you more in the long run. And even though this thing looks fine today, I have serious doubts about how long it'll last.
Yeah, any of our TVs, we're not gonna be doing long-term testing, so nothing is necessarily a recommendation.
Did you lift it?
Oh yeah, it weighs like nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Right? Like, it's not bad.
That's what it's advertised as.
Now let's see what happens when we decouple our budget and pick up the 55 R4C5. This is nuts. I mean, if you told teenage me that he could buy a 55-inch 4K TV for $300, he would have immediately dropped his Discman, shattered his Hybrid Theory CD, and sprinted to the local Future Shop. I mean, sure, it's a pretty basic LCD panel, so don't expect a great HDR experience. But we have not only tripled our total screen area, we have also jumped to a whopping 80 pixels per inch, which is going to result in a much sharper image. We're also getting one of the better smart TV implementations with Roku built in, which is a bit of a hot take now that it's clear how much of your data they're stealing.
Yeah, but everyone's stealing your data.
Yes, and unlike Tizen OS, which also advertises to you on top of stealing your data, at least Roku is somewhat pleasant to navigate. Hold for 5 seconds. Now that is clear instructions.
Yeah, TV, much bigger. Is it doing
Pairing
it?
process.
Hey, oh!
Hey. Now this is a TV that I could get behind spending $300 on. Oh, did we just give Roku a pass for being like kind of awful? I forgot about this part. You cannot use this TV without an account. Roku, go f yourself. Also, doesn't have a source button.
Is there a home button though?
No input button.
Yeah, that is annoying. No, we can't seem to reach you at Roku. Sucks.
Please activate in the next 30 minutes. Wait, oh shit.
What?
I have to select stupid apps on my phone.
Oh!
CBC Gem, let's go. Setup complete.
Was there a minimum amount?
CBC Gem, let's go. Setup complete.
Was there a minimum amount that you had to select as well? No? It's like 0.
But
maximizing fun factor. Okay, this is just joking around.
Oh, I thought you were pointing at how many apps are on it. That's why they didn't have to have me select any. They preloaded 44 on my behalf. That didn't go back to home.
Oh, that is stupid. Why doesn't it just go back?
Because it's Apple logic. Wherever I just came from.
Take me there.
Take me there.
That's why it's called the back button.
I thought it was because baby got it.
That's...
Like the last set, we've got 3 HDMIs, one with eARC, as well as optical audio, but we actually lose the 3.5mm jack. We get a coax jack, an Ethernet port, and a Type-C USB port. Why is it so damn hard to just find the input?
They don't want you to use anything but the TV. TV input. It's so buried too. Why is it down here?
HDMI mode. No, I want to use it. What's the rocket ship button? Quick one. Hold to change the shortcut.
Change it to an input button.
I'm gonna try. You gotta be kidding me!
You can change it so it goes to a Roku channel.
Okay, home. So maybe it's down here somewhere. Below the fold on the home button. That is some passive-aggressive level bullshit.
I just want you to use the TV.
Okay, so movie is just warmer. Wow, this is actually pretty well configured out of the box.
Yep.
Not bad anti-glare. Not great.
It's not amazing, but like it's totally usable.
Oh, very usable.
I think we just didn't notice the anti-glare coating on the previous TV because of how small it was.
This is a wild take.
Hold on.
Was the last one brighter? Because I think it was.
This one,
and the gamma handling is like bad.
The problem with having all of these like dynamic contrast enhancer and other settings like that is it's not going to look amazing until you find the right setting for it.
I mean, it's only on like low.
I know, but turn it up to high. You're going to get less color accuracy, but it'll probably be a brighter image that most people are going to prefer.
Oh, hold on, we're in dark HDR.
Which is the most accurate, I will say.
The bright one looks horrible. Standards looks a little poppier. Yeah. But look, everything in the back is crushed.
Yeah.
It's all crushed. This is not supposed to look like this.
There's no full array local dimming.
There wasn't full array local dimming on the last one.
I know, but it also wasn't trying to do HDR at all.
But my point of comparison is a $30 TV that look how bad that looks. The entire right side of the frame is just black.
Maybe you don't use HDR on the TV that's not meant for HDR.
I didn't advertise it as HDR.
I know! Oh, display when available. Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, I can turn off HDR. I would take this over the last image.
I would too.
100%, not even close.
This is why you don't get an HDR TV that just says HDR and then play HDR content on it. You need
full array local dimming.
Full array local dimming, which is only going to come in mini LED or OLED. because micro LED is not not in consumer space.
At a price that anyone cares about.
Definitely not at $300.
Look how much better this is, though.
It really is. Like everything in the background, you can still make it out.
Yep.
And it's just because the whole thing is kind of lifted. Yeah, I'd rather watch this.
How are the speakers? I don't think they're even better than the last game.
Not really, no. But like, they're both okay.
You can really tell what they've tuned for. Like right in the vocal range, peak!
Yeah.
Everything else, don't worry about it. How was the lab's results?
Not awful. We're
not that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she would be trying to, like, level the playing field all the time. It's just like, yo, reality is, like, you're not as stressed as me. You don't have as much shit going on as me. You're not as busy as me. Like, you don't understand how I feel just because you have been stressed, just because you've been tired from work before. And because there was that rift, I could never really talk about it. Like, if I talked about it, it was... Because the reality is, you taking the L every time in so many different things in this relationship.
I will.
What I want, why I came. What I will, what I want, why I came. How you feel? Who is you? Nah, watch something. You don't know shit about me.
Yeah, black man, and that's everything it deemed out. She want a nigga that can see what she only ever wanted to see out. Yeah, so that shouldn't be a thing.
What do you hope to accomplish here? He has tasted your essence. He already owns you. You cannot hide here. You should never have come. Wherever you run, death rings down. his will or become like these wretches. I envy mortal. Death is the only freedom here. Sooner or later, you will fall. Pin them down, box them in. I will strike the killing blow.
We're getting. Fight a lonely battle, so I made you some playmates. Show these upstarts the error of their ways. Stay down! Let it all end! You think I fight alone? I contain multitudes! You fight a lonely battle, so I made you some playmates. Succumb to his will, or become like these wretches.
Enjoys this even more than I do.
You think I fight alone? I contain multitudes!
Mine to command! I assume this means there's more work ahead.
Pin them down! Box them in! I will strike the killing blow!
First,
Show these upstarts the error of their ways. Sooner choices. You are mere shadows of your former selves. You don't stand a chance. Succumb to his will, or become like these wretches. Fight a lonely battle, so I made you some playmates. Sooner or later, you will fall. Show these upstarts the error of their ways.
If anyone was keeping score, I would like to see this.
Pin them down, box them in. I will strike the killing blow. You think I'm quite alone? I contain multitudes! Succumb to his will, or become like these wretches. Sooner or later, you will fall. Pin them down, box them in. I will strike the killing blow. You cannot hide here. You should never have come. This is pointless. You are doomed. You fight a lonely battle, so I made you some playmates. Show these upstarts the error of their ways. staunch the error of their ways. Just die, you irksome little thing!
Beyond personality.
You think I fight alone? I contain multitude! None can stand against my power! Oppose my master! Pay the price! Succumb to his will, or become like these wretches! There is no hiding from my fury! Fight a lonely battle, so I made you some flame. Agony and death are all you deserve. master, you will fall. Succumb to his
Yo. Oh my god, that boss fight took 6 tries. 6 tries. Yes. I'm done. I'm done. Oh my fuck. Treyarch, I hate you guys, bro. My sessions are never go. Yo. And he didn't understand the amount of locked in I was, bro. Yo. Yo. Yes. Yo. Yo, I'm free. I'm free. Shit, bro. Yo. Oh, since last week Saturday, I've been struggling with this boss. It's damn difficult. Got this cutscene, I saw this already. Yo, GG. Yo. I was quiet the whole time. Didn't hear a word from me. This is Obi. Yes. Yo. Oh my god, that boss fighting 6 tries. 6 tries. Yes. I'm done. I'm done. Oh my fuck. Treyoka, I hate you guys, bro. My sessions are never go. Yo. And he didn't understand the amount of locked in I was, bro. Yo.
A little over 200 nits in SDR, about 320 in HDR.
Yeah, and that lack of brightness, even compared to our $35, $70 TV, you really see it.
Yeah. Our color accuracy is not bad, both in SDR and HDR, and our latency is similar to the last TV.
Okay.
At 60 hertz, we're getting 5.2 milliseconds over our theoretical perfect.
Very usable. Something to note, by the way, is we made these purchases before Black Friday. So these aren't even necessarily the best deals you can find. We saw a similar TCL for as little as $170 as a doorbuster sale, which is flipping wild. As for our TV, okay, it's 10 times the price, but you are getting 9 times the pixels, and in my humble opinion, other benefits that I think clock it in at over 10 times the enjoyment.
Yeah, as much as certain things weren't that much better.
Yeah, the speakers, wow.
But the size and resolution alone.
Without question, this is the bang for the buck Goldilocks right here. Of course, that doesn't make it absolute cinema either. What happens if we 10x our budget again? Whoa, that bigger TV. Damn! Glorious beast you are. The Samsung S85F 83 inch. We're calling this our $3,000 TV, but we got an absolute steal of a deal on it. And so can you. Just like how a savvy shopper avoids buying an iPhone in August, savvy TV buyers can follow the industry's predictable cycle to get amazing deals. You are. The Samsung S85F 83 inch. We're calling this